friends, welcome back to Neffy Crafts and Scraps. I am back sharing another process video. It has been a little while since I've shared some process videos, but I'm very excited to be back. I am working up a project today for the Cardstock Warehouse Blog, and I'm featuring their cardstock here. So you can see I have my white base, which is one of my favorite papers from Cardstock Warehouse. Perfect for white scrapbook bases. And then I'm also using this orange color. It is called Arancio. And the black paper that you see here, this is a cut file that I cut using my silhouette, and I cut it on the black top paper from Cardstock Warehouse. It cut like butter. You can see all the details on this gorgeous butterfly. And so my plan today is to create a layout with a statement cut file. So I'm going to be using this butterfly as my statement cut file to add to my layout. And so what I'm doing is just tracing around the orange here, and I'm going to be using the orange paper to back the cut file. You could use any color you'd like. You can make your butterfly as colorful as you like. I'm making it nice and simple and just using the orange. The cut file is a Paige Evans butterfly cut file, and you can find it in the Silhouette Design store. That's where I usually get all of my cut files. And anyways, like I said, I'm just tracing this, and I'm going to be gluing the black butterfly on top of the orange. And to get all the fine lines glued down, I like to use a glue pen. And Cardstock Warehouse actually does sell these, so if you guys wanted to grab one as you're shopping for your papers, this is perfect for all the little fine lines that you have when you cut files, and you know you got to glue it all down. And you can see here, this is the Zig glue pen. It gets perfectly in all the little cuts and lines of your cut file, and I really do love it. You can use it wet, and it'll create a permanent seal between your papers, and if you actually let it dry before you stick it on, it could be removable, so it's got some flexibility. It's pretty cool. I did one half of the butterfly wings, or one of the wings, so that I could straighten it out on my paper, and then I'm going back and adding just a little bit more glue so that I can glue the other wing. And this is fairly easy. You can see I really didn't add much extra colors to the cut file, but like I said, you are able to add as much as you want. I know some butterflies have beautiful color ranges, so you could cut the circles and glue everything all together. I just thought this gave a classic monarch butterfly look, and I love it. So I'm just cutting a little bit of the extra edges that I have here, any extra bits that I don't want to show through, and I'm ready to start my layout. So once I have this all finished and ready to go, I actually want to start preparing my base. So what I'm gonna do today is do some fun watercoloring, and you can see here that I have some liquid watercolors. These are some that I got a few years ago from Emma's Paperie. The shop is now closed, but I'm sure you could still find these watercolors around the internet. These are the Ken Oliver, and I'm using the orange and yellow colors. And what my goal is here is to add some strips of kind of like an ombre from dark orange to a light yellow stripes from top to bottom. So I'm just going for it. I put some of the watercolor on a paper plate, added a little bit of water. I don't want to dilute this first stripe too much because I do want it to be the darkest orange. So I'm mainly just kind of wetting my brush and drawing on a stripe. And like I said, I want this to be sort of like an ombre gradient darkest to lightest, and I'm gonna try my best to do that. There's a lot of mixing, a lot of going back and adding more colors to previous stripes, but I get it done. And then I eventually bring in that yellow and kind of blend that in as well. I thought this would be fun to just add a little bit of color to my base. The paper that I have really does hold really well with the watercolors. You could always add some gesso. I usually just skip that part, but if you would like, you know, a more slick surface for your watercolor, that is a great way to go. So now I'm bringing in that yellow, and I do have to kind of blend in the yellow with the orange, and so I'm doing a little bit of that on my paper and on the plate, because it kind of really did bring in a bit of a change in colors. But I just add a few stripes as long as I have some color there. I think it was a great contrast from the white base to my butterfly, and it added some really fun dimension. Once I finished off the stripes in that ombre gradient as best as I could, I went back with some matching watercolor to add splatters to my page. I love the artistic look this gives, and it just adds a little extra color around your page. And this watercolor is really fun because you can see how opaque these spots look now, but it actually creates, you can see how it's dry here, some kind of like water splotch drops. I don't know if that makes sense, but it looks really cool. It added extra dimension to that watercolor, and I really love it. Now I get to play with the butterfly and my supplies. So I'm using some Vicki Boutin supplies here that I thought really went well with the mood of my photograph and the butterfly. And I'm going to be attaching my butterfly with some dimensional adhesive so I can add a little bit of layering under it. And I'm going to let you guys watch and enjoy through to the end. And I'll come back at the end of the video to see if you guys like it. guys can see how I added some awesome layers and lots of florals around the butterfly to kind of create just a fun garden look around the butterfly. And now I'm using alphas to create my title. My title is Follow Your Arrow, and it has to do with the tattoo picture that I've added to my layout. And I just placed the letters backwards so that I knew I had enough space, and I have them around the top wing and also tucked under the bottom of the right wing. And this pretty much will finish off my layout. I want to invite all of you guys to check out the full blog post on the Cardstock Warehouse blog, which I will link below for you guys. And if you did enjoy watching this video and this process, please subscribe. I'd love to have more of you guys subscribe on here so I can continue creating these videos for you guys. I would love to just have your feedback, see if you like it. Let me know what your favorite part about this layout is in the comments. And again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Hope you guys had a great time watching this and you feel inspired to create your own beautiful layouts using cut files and all the pretty supplies you have at home. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.